1 year ago, we bought this little unpolished villa on the south coast of Salento. Before this, we were living in Norway, then Spain. When it was time to choose the next chapter, we picked Italy, because it was what we could afford and because this.
After 1 year, it's time to be honest. Let's see how much we spent upgrading this house and if it was worth it.
Our villa is one on the coastline, 500 meters from the sea. Most of the houses here built to be only summer homes, which means no insulation and materials that don't withstand cold or heat.
And lo and behold, the first winter after we moved here was the coldest and rainiest one in the last 20 years.
Another thing we quickly noticed here is that almost all construction work is done the old-fashioned way. Builders here don't bother with extra insulation, proper primers and good sealants. Even though our house didn't need any major structural renovations, it still needs a lot of upgrading, because we actually live here all year around. Houses here are built to release heat, not to keep it in, which makes total sense if you're here for a few hot summer months. Look at this wall. It was freshly painted by the previous owners just 1 year ago. This winter completely destroyed it, so now we need to redo it.
While fixing this wall, I start thinking, we've actually done quite a lot past year. So I made this simple map on the wall, every upgrade with real price. Orange post-its, things that actually add value to the house, and blue post-its, it's the things we did just for us because we're living here full time.
First thing we did when we arrived in May 2025 to Italy was to install 5 air conditioners because it was already over 30 degrees. They cool, dehumidify in summer and heat in winter. Total cost was 3,700 euros. Next, mosquito nets for 5 windows and 3 doors, because Italian mosquitoes are brutal.
And my German husband needs to luften 4 or 5 times a day. It reminds me of that meme.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful.
Total price 1,100 euros. And the third thing that we had to fix pronto was electricity sockets. Italy's Type L plugs are weird. Later we also rewired the whole downstairs because the old cables looked like raccoons on mat did the job. Total for sockets, cables and extras just over 1,000 euros. But we did most of it ourselves. The project that took the longest was our dream kitchen. 4 full months. IKEA closets were easy, but Italian IKEA doesn't sell real stone or wood tops. So we ordered a custom stone top from a local supplier in Manduria. Total kitchen, including appliances and everything we build ourselves, a little over 13,000 euros.
And yes, it was every euro for us.
While we waited for the kitchen, we also updated the bathroom, painted the whole house, built furniture and lights, installed cameras and sensors inside and outside, cleaned and fixed the garden so we could actually enjoy being outside.
Then we installed the solar panels with battery. It was 10,400 euros. I think it's an absolute must if you live here whole year round. Our electricity bill dropped from 300 a month to half of it.
As the winter came, we realized that no matter how much we heat, the house is not getting warmer for a long time. So we changed the windows from single to double glazing. And because the ceramics floor are freezing, we put carpets downstairs in the basement. The most recent and expensive project was the new fossa biologica, the septic tank. Total cost is 11,140 euros. This one we couldn't do ourselves. It started at 4,500 and kept growing. Geometry, digging, tanks, pump, covering, papers, everything. Now we can finally connect to the city water. Another 3,050 euros, just for the contract and the main tube.
So that's everything. Over 60,000 spent in 1 year, and we still have some cosmetic things to do. Now to the part that nobody really talks about, money and value. After spending 60,000 euros, we've learned a lot about what actually adds to the price value of the house here in South Italy and what doesn't. You can see two colors on this wall. Orange upgrades should help the house value if we ever want to sell. Blue ones are mostly for our lifestyle.
If you are treating this as a pure investment, or you might sell in a few years, don't spend more than the realistic maximum someone will actually pay here. This is still the middle of nowhere. Beautiful? Yes. But the infrastructure, roads, and distance to hospitals are real liabilities.
Even if you renovate beautifully, very few people will pay premium prices here right now. For example, there's a 145 square meter house nearby listed for 695,000 euros with a swimming pool. It looks nice, but swimming pools are expensive to maintain, and area still lacks proper infrastructure.
At the end of the day, we are doing this for us, not for return on investment. We love the clean air, the sea 500 meters away, the blue zone lifestyle. This is our recharge phase, after expensive years in Norway and Germany. Lower monthly costs now give us time to think about the next chapter.